So we can see that our small, medium, and micro-sized enterprises have been severely hurt in the cross-border e-commerce sector, especially some general merchandise or low value-added products, which are now facing great difficulties in exporting. Shipment volume of these low value-added products in our cross-border e-commerce sector was quite large.
What is the status of trade right now? You recently conducted a survey of your members, the Shenzen Cross-Border E-Commerce Association. What are your members telling you?
We conducted some surveys on some 228 companies, and we found that very few of these companies are currently optimistic. Everyone is very pessimistic. 60 to 70% of the companies are taking a wait-and-see attitude, while some companies are actively developing markets in other countries. In another situation, according to the survey we did this morning, customers are still continuing to ship goods because they have noticed that even though the U.S. is now under high tariffs, if something is out of stock, there will definitely be an inflation. And goods from other countries cannot be sold to the U.S. immediately. So there is a 4 to 5 month period of price increases for goods. So companies are also quickly seizing the American market. We have seen prices on our platform increase by 30%, and at the same time we have seen that many platforms have stopped purchasing in China. We think that in the next 2 to 3 months, there will be a period of rapid rush to purchase goods for the U.S. and an opportunity to seize the market.
China was once known as the factory of the world. In making all these products, is the domestic market going to be able to consume all of this?
This is a plan we are actively responding with. But you know that China has been the world's largest processing factory in recent years, and we now have a supply surplus. So I believe that the Chinese market can only absorb a part of it. What is more important is that we need to explore markets in other international countries, such as the Southeast Asian market, the Central Asian market, and the Japanese and Korean markets. We are actively exploring these markets.
The market is watching the response from China, potentially weakening its currency as one form of retaliation. What would a weakening yuan, what would the impact be on the small and medium enterprises, on the exporters?
I think this is just a short-term measure. This measure is ineffective and harmful in the long run. In the short term, it only benefits the price of our products. But this little bit is not enough to cover the loss caused by Trump's tariffs of more than 100% today. So I think the Chinese yuan should not depreciate significantly. Secondly, I think it will still damage the bilateral balance of our imports and exports in the long run. So the country will also consider it carefully. For our cross-border e-commerce track, I think if depreciation is beneficial to us in the short term, it will be useless in the long run.
Are any of your members still, despite the tariffs of 145%, still continuing to do business with the United States, exporting their goods?
This is inevitable. There are countries that are continuing the shipments. First, because they still have goods in the overseas warehouses, and there may still be goods that can be sold for about a month. Secondly, for the newly shipped goods, if the U.S. tariffs are increased, we will definitely pass the tax to American consumers. So I believe that American consumers will be very dissatisfied. So let's see if the demand side has this demand. If there is this demand, people will still import from China. We also quickly looked at the tax rates of neighboring countries. I believe that in terms of China's prices, although we have increased tariffs today, on the basis of the trust that has been established among American customers, I believe that our high-quality products will still be popular with Americans.